award. How does it feel receiving this, especially meeting Blue Rodeo and your students here all at the same time?
I feel so blessed. I'm just so blessed to do a job I love so much. That is now, that Music Counts has taken the time to recognize it, and that they've, hunted down awesome sponsors like Blue Rodeo to make it happen for music teachers across Canada, really.
So Diane, you had no idea about this today, eh?
Not really. I knew we were coming to record. I knew we were going to have lunch, and I knew that we were coming. Yeah, we're going to be on the Danforth, and that we were going to record in the studio as part of their generosity for the award. But I really had no idea it was going to be like this.
Your expression.
It's been fun, though.
Your expression when Jim walked in was priceless.
You're good at it, though. You're a media darling. You're a natural.
She is. She's great.
Just happened to wear
She's
red
great.
today. Just happened to wear
It's
red.
Canada. It's Music Counts colors.
Exactly.
Yeah, actually, I bought it locally, and it's made in Canada. I bought it at Ziwa Boutique in Bancroft. And cool thing, the partner of the lady who set me up with it owns the local music store, and his name is Steve Wright.
Okay. Is
And
she
he's
good
a
or
guitar
what?
man. He's a
Good.
guitar man.
Yeah.
Loves you guys.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
All right.
And yeah. So yeah, I thought I'd wear red for Music Counts, right?
Looks perfect.
No,
Looks
thanks,
perfect.
Linda. Yeah.
Jim, Colin, and Basil, I know you guys as a band have been involved in a number of causes. Do you have a history with Music Counts of what made this a good fit, synergy-wise, for the band?
I think I've seen it over the years that Rush and different people have done it, and I just inquired, about it, and we're in partnership with Warner Music, and I think that it's great that that Music Counts gives all the money to the programs, preserves the programs, but they all have to have a very special teacher. It can't just be, a 9 to 3:30 teacher. You really have to go outside the boundaries of your time. That's why her husband deserves part of the award. I mean, that's I think that's the engineer of these programs, and that's her.
Thanks.
Well, what's it like, though, a typical day for you? What's it like teaching these kids?
It's fun. My job is so fun, and I'm so lucky I get to say that. And it's pretty much fun all the time. Okay, maybe not all the time, but most of the time it's really, really fun. The students are just, I guess because I kind of instill in them excitement about anything. Hey, we're going to go down to the gym and rock around, and it's going to be great. Okay, really? Okay. And they kind of buy into it. That was stupid. We'll take that out.
No, we won't.
Yeah, but I was telling somebody earlier that's kind of what I do is if I show that something is exciting, I'm like, really? Okay, it's exciting, and then they kind of get excited too. Kind of when you're trying to convince your children to do something that you know that they aren't going to want to do. Like, oh, we're gonna go and visit this great museum that they could have no interest in at all. And if you show excitement, they'll show excitement, and then you get them there, and then their minds are blown, and then they're passionate about it, and they're inspired to do something else. And anyway, I guess that's my enthusiasm. I guess is what really kind of drives the whole program. And when I'm enthusiastic, they are, and then it rubs off on everybody, and then everybody wants to take music, and then everybody wants to have us come perform for them, and yeah, anyway, it's really, really fun. We did 4 Christmas parades this year around the area, and one, I'll tell you, Barry's Bay, Don Isbister, hi Don. I never actually saw his face until he sent me a picture because he was dressed in a lion costume. It was a lion's parade, and after we played the parade, we were fun. We added this element of fun to this tiny little town's holiday parade. And they want us back.
Oh.
Next year, they've already booked us for next year's parade because
Annuals
we
are
were
what's
fun,
That's what the business is all about. Your annuals, and it's it.
Yeah. So yeah, my job.
Respect your
I missed it.
annuals.
Oh yeah. So anyway, my job is just so fun, and I'm lucky that I have the support of the town and of my colleagues and my administration. That is half the battle. So thank you, Ken and Wayne, and all of my previous amazing administrators who've kind of supported me when I've had crazy ideas or, my husband's making face. Oh yeah, crazy ideas. I wanted to take the kids someplace, and my administrators have supported me over the years. So, it's a team effort. It really is. And I've been saying that all day. If it wasn't for Caitlin hunting down the letters and please go back and rewrite it, please sign it, please send it back, we wouldn't have gotten here because I wouldn't have had the time to keep chasing down the amazing letters that came in for our application. So I'm just really grateful to everybody who wrote letters for us, and to the whole team who made this happen for us, because it's such a big deal for our tiny little town. It's such a big deal for everybody. They're living vicariously through us today. Every once in a while I'll put a Facebook post up and I'm at the hotel. Wow! Woo! I'm in the car. Woo! Woo! I just had lunch. Woo!
We're
Anyway.
being held up.
Yeah. Oh, and here I am with Blue Rodeo. Ta-da! So anyway, it's been great. Did I answer your question?
Yes, you did.
Awesome. Thank you. I always ask that at the end.
Diane, you're
Linda.
an influential music teacher. Obviously, you have touched so many lives.
Thank
Do
you.
you have a particular music teacher from your past that stands out as someone who did that for you?
I had a lot, but the one that made me want to be a music teacher in the first place was Glenn Carter at Archie Stouffer Elementary School in Minden, Ontario. And I saw him conduct when I was 7, and I said to my mom, I want to be a music teacher when I grow up, like Mr. Carter. I always remember that I added that at the end, like Mr. Carter. And the cool thing about Mr. Carter, his name is Glenn, I still have a hard time calling him that, is I now get to see him every week because we play in the same community orchestra in Halliburton.
Oh, that's
So it's
great.
so sweet. And my piano teacher growing up who, prepped me in order to go to university so I could do a music degree. Her name's Melissa Stevens. She plays in that orchestra too. So it's really nice that I still get to see them all the time. And then my high school teachers were Rick Vaughn, who's now a minister, and Jack Gordon, who's very, very involved in the Ontario Music Educators Association. And then at university, I had Ron Sherm. He's a pretty notable trombone, jazz trombonist in Canada. And I also had Jay Costello as a trombone teacher in university as well. So I've been so lucky. I can't say enough for the wonderful teachers that I've had. And I hope I guess I have influenced students like they influenced me.
I know one of the things we hear at Canadian Musician from a lot of veteran musicians and teachers is just it's so hard to get kids to commit to music these days. So Diane, for you as a teacher, but also you guys as parents, and Jim, I know your son Devin has started his own very successful career. So what advice do you guys have as far as inspiring kids not just to start music, but stick with music, because it is something that requires a lot of dedication? How do we inspire that in kids these days?
Well, we did a tried and true method. We forced our children. They had to take piano lessons till they were 16, and they could take anything else they wanted as well, but they had to take piano lessons. They could do anything they wanted. We had somebody come to the house. Devin switched to jazz pretty quickly. The other two took sort of pop lessons, but once a week, right through the school year. And we always felt that I don't think they're going to come back to us at 30 and say, "I wish you hadn't done that to us." They all have some involvement in music, and I think that's part of it. There's obviously lots of grumblings along the way, but we just didn't listen.
Yeah.
That's one way.
That's one way. Well, our children as well. Our kids, Carson and Sydney, are 11 and 9. And when Cameron and I were first deciding to get married and have our kids, we actually said we need to build practicing into their regular schedule so that it's just part of their life and they don't see it as a choice. So when they brush their teeth and they wash their face and they make their lunch, then they practice and then they go on. And it's just part of their life. And I actually tell a lot of people that is, if it's just like brushing your teeth, they'll never think that it's an option.
So you really used the same method I did.
I did, yes.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice method.
You made it sound nicer. I used the same method.
I'm very convincing.
You made
yeah. And then if you make it really fun, they'll stick with it. Like my students, I offer them opportunities that make them want to come back. And in a high school band program, it's optional. They don't have to take music. So it's always a it's always a selling job. Whoops.
I guess we are.
Because
We'll
we're
see you on the
Huh?
running light.
I'm so sorry I talked too long.
No, 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 it's fine.
Battery dead.